What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Rockman X Dive video. Today I just kind of want to talk about one of the latest units in the Taiwan version of X Dive, which you can see here on screen. It is an S rank version of the base X unit. So let's get into this. So here is S class Hunter X. Like I said previously, this is the... Wait, that wasn't Rocket Shoot though. Wait, what? That was anyway, whatever. This is an S rank version of the base X, and if we go over here, you can see that it is virtually the same. I have a skin on this X though, so that is why it looks a little bit different there. But regardless, so this character was actually unveiled, or rather, just kind of released with the latest update. And we didn't know it was gonna be released. And I think this is a really cool unit to have. Just because like they've updated the free units we have. They gave us a direct update to base armor X, and there's some other reasons why I think this is good as well, which I'll get into in a little bit. But because this is an S rank version of base X, he has 5 passes because the S rank unit, and he also has better multipliers on his modifier chips. Now the skills are both the same, which is kind of as you would expect because it's the same unit, it's just a better version of X. But you know, it's the same unit, same skills, better multipliers on this. So like this is 36% instead of, I think it's like 13-ish% on base X's, and this is 32% instead of like the 12% or so that base X has on his 24. Okay. Well, that's actually not that big of an increase, not as big as this one. Because like I said, I think this is right. Just double check here. Yeah, that one's like 13%. So that's actually a pretty big increase there. But one of the biggest reasons why I thought this was actually very good, it's a free unit that you don't have to pull for. Obviously, because that's what free means. I logged into my account. I saw the new login screen, which I should have a picture of. I'll put it somewhere on screen now. And I saw this, I was kind of confused. And then I checked my mail, and I actually already had 40 memories of this X, as they sent that directly to your mail alongside the login bonus. And alongside that, if we come over here to the latest event, you can see we can get memories for the latest X here, which is actually great. Because it's been ages since we got a unit for free from that we can remember some from an event. Pretty sure the last one was over a year ago, September 2021, and I believe that was Rising Fire X. That was the last free unit alongside an event that we had gotten. And on top of that, he's actually part of the 40% bonus for these units as well, which is just amazing. Now coming back over here, a lot of people are going for the extremely low-hanging fruit. That this is very lazy and pretty unoriginal for them to do. So a lot of people don't like it because of that. Which, I mean, I guess sure that you could make that argument, but like that argument also applies to a lot of other things that are previously in the game. Like the last 7 months, we haven't had an actual unique unit. They've all been alternate forms of pre-existing units, such as the Dive Cross Mega Man EXE, the Gore Eco, the Shigaro X, etc. Right? Like, we haven't had an actual unique unit added to the game since Nana, and that was back in May. So that was the last time we had an actual unique unit. And I think the previous unit added to the general pool before this was I said was really lazy. I didn't see anyone else talking about him, but it's just classic base alongside treble. I think there might be some minor differences between this and classic base design wise, but it's basically the same thing, same voice lines, etc. But I can't really like argue with the fact that it's lazy. Like, yeah, it is, but they've been getting really lazy as it is. However, I mentioned before, this is the first free unit we've gotten in a while, especially alongside an event. We don't have to pull it, so regardless of if it's lazy or not, I think it's already got merit because of that. Just because we don't have to pull it. It's not clogging up the pool anyway. It's not something that we have to pull. But also, alongside, you know, the numerous alts we also have some weapons that are just direct upgrades of these. We come over and look at the Snowy Spray Gun here. As many of you know, the Snowy Spray Gun is a weapon that we got. I think it was here on launch of the game, and I don't have it on this account, but the Freezing Dominator is just a direct upgrade of the Snowy Spray Gun. Now, it doesn't look the same, doesn't have the same appearance, but it is essentially a direct upgrade to the Snowy Spray Gun. We also have a few others, like we have the Compressed Spray Gun is, we have that, and the, like, a direct upgrade of that is the Explosive Blower. Again, doesn't look the same, but it is a direct upgrade from that. And then the same with the Gatling Gun and the, where is it? Not the Sinister Gatling Gun, where is it? With the Purgatory Machine Gun. It's just a direct upgrade of that, even though, like, they're still not all that great. But we've already had a lot of instances where something is a direct upgrade to something. The only real difference is, like, it hasn't really had much of a design difference. But at least for the alternate characters, they do have a design difference, but, like, you just reuse assets for that. You reuse the same frame. You change the design a little bit and get some different skills. But the core is still the same. It's still, like, the same character. Like I said, we haven't had anything unique since Nana, which was introduced back in May. And that was 7 months ago at this point. Over 7 months ago, because I think Nana was May 12th. I might be mistaken on that part, but I know Nana was back in May. It's December now. And we still haven't had a unique character since her. So maybe the next character gets added to the game will actually be a new addition to the roster. But one of the biggest things I liked about this is that this kind of addressed a previous concern I had with the game. I made a video about it a while back, the S rank problem in X Dive. This is still an S rank, but this is given out to us for free. And this kind of is similar to, because I made the comparison to, what was it? I forgot the name of the game. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, where they have specific quests where you can unlock a UR unit or S rank unit, which would be Legion equivalent in this game, and begin out for free by doing a specific series of quests. You can power it up through those quests, etc., etc. But this kind of answers that, and what this does also allow is this also allows us to get more free units from events and have them be boosted, and get the memories for free, because every A and B rank unit, although you can pull them, you can also get their, okay, maybe not Servbot or Classic Mega Man, but you can get their memories for free just throughout the game. You did get Servbot and Classic Mega Man for free during your events, but I think everyone else you can get for free somehow right now in the game. I'm just checking. Yeah. Looks like everyone you can, either via lab research or I think everything here is available through lab research or the arena token shop. Yeah, because you get Axel in the arena token shop, and you get Zero and Vile once a day, because I still buy those. So that's pretty nice there as well. But like I said, the big thing is just like it's a new free unit for players to just pick up, and you don't have to pull, which is great. And at worst case scenario, you just use it for gallery completion, right? You don't have to use a unit. Because I know someone was saying, it was like, yeah, now there's no point to investing into these units. Like, well, no, you still get gallery completion, and possibly the DNA on them could be nice to inherit into someone else. We don't know what the DNA is on the S rank version of X yet, but eventually it will be. Oops. But overall, I think there are a lot more positives than there are negatives to this. The biggest negative is, yes, this design-wise, it's not necessarily a very different or unique. At least the alternates have that. But they do have slightly different animations for even the skills here. As you can see, like the charge shot for X is a bit different. The super tracking missile is a lot bigger. I said homing missile, it's from Mega Man 8. The super tracking missile is a lot bigger, something I noticed, and the charge shot is a bit different as well. Like this has more like a yellow aura, and it's a lot bigger if you go look over here. And this one, this is like the, I don't want to say the lemon, because it's not really a lemon. Lemon just be like the regular shots, but yeah, at least they changed the appearance of those as well. I don't know how they're gonna implement the rest of these, but something that would be really cool for some of the rest of these is, alongside maybe getting S-rank units, S-rank versions of them, something I brought up in my S-rank problem video, maybe doing it like this with how they're going about this, which I don't even know if they're gonna make more of these. This was because of an anniversary, but they could use this to introduce more variations of, like, say, Mega Man EXE with his different souls, or trying to look at someone else, or, you know, Star Force Mega Man's the different noise forms, or the star breaks. I forget what they're called in English, but like the Dragon Sky, Pegasus Magic, and Leo Kingdom. Those, when they came those in Star Force 1, I forget what they were called. Those could be something they can introduce via this way as well, rather than having them in the gacha pool for exclusively for pulls. Like, maybe they add those in a bit later, because at worst, I figure you get one of the S-rank copies over, like, they add it to the pool later, you get an S-rank copy instead of the B rank, and then you get 900 character patches, as opposed to, you know, the 30 you get for a Duke B rank character. So you know, I think that'd be a lot better. And we have increased rates in the Taiwan version as well. So if that were to happen, I think that would be the worst possible thing that could happen, like that. But like I said, I think this has a lot more positives than it does negatives overall. Though I don't know if they're going to introduce, like I said, the different variation of characters in this form. But I do know that some people have actively wanted S-rank versions of some of these characters here, like Axel or Massimo. Though I think for Massimo, people wanted, like, was it like Golden Massimo or something? I don't know what his hyper mode is in Command Mission, but that's just something that people have wanted, because these characters, some of these probably aren't going to. Well, Axel got an ult, but I don't think Massimo is going to get an ult. I don't know if he's popular enough for that. I didn't think Axel was popular enough for that, but he got a dive armor, so I mean, I guess. But yeah, S-rank version of Ale would be pretty interesting too, because I know a few people like her. Maybe the Navigators as well would be pretty cool. Seeing them with updated passive and things like that, because with this X, it solves a lot of his issues, which is quite nice. Although something I did see that was kind of interesting was that someone had mentioned, you know, just upgrading base X, but without introducing like a new system. And I figured, like, maybe like a new level of power creep. I figured this is just infinitely easier to do rather than to do that, because you'd have to have a new system in place for the B ranks and A rank units at the very least, in order to power them up to be like on par with S rank units. Though that would be pretty interesting. And then I think one of the biggest, bigger con of this, as someone else had mentioned as well, the skins. X doesn't have you can't use the skins because they are made for base X. Though I assume that's something that they could probably just easily change, because it's the same model. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Simply because this is the exact same unit, they could just very easily, you know, make it so that the S-rank versions of them should be able to use these other skins here. I think anyway. Will that happen? I don't know. Maybe. I would probably guess no, because I feel like they would want more funds from people, so they would make them like purchasable in the shop. But like I said, I don't know. I think like it shouldn't be very hard to. It's really not all that hard, because like I said, this is the exact same model, it's the exact same character, just buffed, which is I like that. I like that they're buffing older units. It kind of. But yeah, that's really all I had to say about this. Just kind of want to get my thoughts out there about this unit here. I'm gonna go get some food because I have hunger, and I require nourishment. But let me know what you guys think down below about the prospect of this and potential other units for this. I don't know if they expand this to outside of just the already cast of all the of the units that are already A and B ranks, like I said, to be a bit more inclusive of like maybe some alternate forms. I think this could actually be a lot better than I think it is. But as of right now, we only know that they did this for base X, so there is kind of this idea that they set a precedence that they're going to do this for all the A and B ranks, but we don't know yet. Anyway, we'll catch you guys next time. Later.